So the Washington Commanders have an opportunity to do something very special, something that they have not done in 20 plus years, all of my lifetime. Let's talk about it.
Off field, left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Surprise! Kinda? YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about something that the Washington Commanders have a legitimate shot at doing that they have not done in 20 plus years. Quite frankly, all of my time on the planet Earth. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you help me reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, the reason why I said surprise is because the intro is back, sorta. So, if you guys was been around, obviously, and I'm pretty sure you have, you've seen a couple times where I tried to implement this new version of my old intro where Joe Witt Jr. says this defense isn't for everybody. Because we're gonna play violently, all that intro. Try to put Jaden Daniels in there and Terry McLaurin. And for whatever reason, it makes my software lag. You guys always told me, hey, Juan, your intro's lagging. For whatever reason, it does that. I don't know why. And on the other hand, other people's like, hey, Juan, where's the go-go? Where's the intro size? Like, you know what? I'm just going to revert back to the old one, the one with Jonathan Allen in it. And we're going to rock out with that intro. Until Jonathan Allen is no longer a member of the Washington Commanders, I'm going to rock out with that one because for whatever reason, it's the same software, but the video doesn't lag. But the newer one I was trying to implement lags for whatever reason on the same exact software. Not sure why that is, but nevertheless, the intro is back. So I wanted to come on to talk about the opportunity that we have. The Washington Commanders have an opportunity to do something that they haven't done in all my lifetime. People around my age group and slightly older hold 2012 in high regards because, quite frankly, that's all we know. 2012, the way we talk about it, you'd have thought we would have won a playoff game, NFC Championship, Super Bowl appearance, or something the way we hold it high like that. But the honest truth as to why we hold it such high is because we feel like that's the last time that we had a legitimate shot at doing something special. In 2012, Washington obviously took the league by storm with, ironically enough, number 2 overall pick rookie quarterback Robert Griffin III, and Washington won the division at 10-6. We started out the playoff game versus Seattle 14-0. Looking great. They eventually came back and beat us. And although we were distraught at the loss, we were more upset that Robert Griffin III sustained yet another injury. 2015 for me is very special too because that offense was amazing, man. Kirk Cousins, Joel Reed, who I think is one of the best tight ends of this generation. And if he would have stayed healthy, he's gonna go down as a big what if story. Pierre Garcon, Deshaun Jackson. I think Jameson Crowder was even on that team. It was such a fun offense. However, that's when I started to become older, right? 2012, I was a little kid. I was like, oh man, look at RG3 running around, blah, 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 blah. Trent Williams, I knew those guys and stuff like that. But 2015 is when I started to actually understand ball and know defensive schemes, offensive schemes, this player, this coach, this team's, strategy or tendencies. That's when I started to pick up on that. And that year, I felt like the defense was not good enough to sustain us through a playoff run. However, I do think we should have beat Green Bay in that wild card round. So 2012, 2015 are the two legitimate playoff berths that I think maybe had an opportunity to do something special, more so 2012 than 15. But since then, it hasn't been nothing for me. 2020, that fluke playoff berth, didn't think we were going to beat anybody in the playoffs. It was just happy to be there at 7-9. 2016, that year crushed me more so than 15 and 12 because we didn't get in, and I felt like we should have been in. NFC East would have had three teams in the playoffs that year. Cowboys 13-3, Giants, they went on to get a wild card berth. That was the boat trip with Odell. And then we could have been in if we'd beat them Giants, but Kirk Cousins, as he typically does, crunch time, throws a back breaking interception to seal our fate. And that was literally like the last time, 2018, 6-3. But you weren't gonna probably do anything special with that team because we couldn't really score with Alex Smith. He was just really a good game manager, and I think our defense would have imploded at some point. So yeah, man. This is the first time, and I know we still have to get there. We still have 4 games left. But this is the first time in my lifetime, really since ever, that I think we have a legitimate chance to really do something. Like, I know that 2012 season, outside of that one, we have a legitimate chance to actually get to the playoffs and do something. And a big reason as to why I believe that, not just because of our team and where we're at, but look at the NFC compared to those times. I want to say in 2012, the best team in the NFC was the Seahawks. Obviously, there's no Legion of Boom in this 2024. Let me see. Maybe who else was there in 2012? I want to say maybe it was the Packers. It was the Falcons there too. Let me just go ahead and actually take a peek. But I want to say it was the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Falcons as like the top teams in the conference that year. And I don't think we were gonna do anything because those were some legitimate powerhouses. There aren't no legitimate powerhouses in this division, in this conference this season. Detroit, very good. I think they're the best team in football. However, they're beatable. I think the Eagles, beatable. I think the Packers, beatable. I think the Vikings are beatable. I think Seattle, beatable. Whoever wins the NFC West is beatable. And I'm not saying we win the Super Bowl this season, but I think we have an opportunity to definitely win a playoff game, do something that we haven't done since '05, and I was 2 years old. So granted, yes, I was on this earth, but I was 1.5, 2 years old when it happened. So I have no recollection of that game or that playoff run. Sean Taylor spitting in the face of Michael Pittman. I don't have that senior, that is. I don't have that recollection. 2016, or rather 2015 season. I want to say, was it Atlanta again and Green Bay again that year that was really good. Let me go ahead and see if I could try to pull it up here. But needless to say, we weren't doing nothing special those years. This year it's different. It's different because I think we have an opportunity to match up with every single team. Every single team in this conference. 2012, Atlanta, San Francisco, Green Bay. We weren't better than none of those teams. And same for 2015. So I know we have 4 games left, but if this team could just do something special for me and the people around my age bracket, and hell, the whole fan base for that matter, because even the older people that experienced 3 Super Bowls and all that, they want to see that again before their time here on Earth is over. So that being said, forget just about my age group now. Think about it. The whole fan base is dying for something special. And I was just driving through the parking lot when we played Tennessee because I was at the game, and I was just kind of slightly like a little bit envious of the little kids, but also happy for them because slightly envious a little bit because they didn't grow up with the pain of watching so many trash quarterbacks come through Washington, but also happy for them because their first or earliest really memories of this team is going to be Jaden Daniels. And that's, I'm only saying it like that because the kids at the game was screaming that out there, but it was cool to see from the press boxes overhead. They were like Jaden Daniels, and like that's their childhood, and that's what they're going to grow up with 10, 15 years from now. And they're going to sit here and say, man, I watched Jaden Daniels 10, 15 years take my team to the playoffs, NFC championships, potential Super Bowls. That's what they get to grow up with. And all I ask is for me, for the older generation, for the younger generation below me, do it for us. Because it doesn't matter what demographic you're a part of. We're dying for playoff success. And I'm making this video to kind of just remind you that it's a legitimate opportunity, that it could be this year. Like literally. And I'm talking playoff run as a divisional round win, potential NFC championship game appearance, or whatever, wild card round win. Like something is good going to happen, and we have the opportunity for it to happen, because you look at it as, I take anything. I have not witnessed a playoff victory. I've witnessed 3 playoff appearances, all losses. So my next step is I want to see a playoff win. So hell, if we go in a wild card round and let's say we match up with Philly or we match up with Seattle and we win, I'm happy. And then we go in a divisional round and we, let's say, knock on wood because I don't want it to happen, I want to win, but say we lose to Detroit or we lose to Minnesota or whoever, I'm not mad at all. Because although I think we can beat those teams, you did more than what was expected and you did more than what I asked for. Now, after this season, let's say we win a division game, or we win it, or we make an NFC championship appearance. Now next year, the standard is even higher. Now I won a Super Bowl. Now I expect to compete for playoff spot and division and win a division game, or excuse me, win a playoff game or two, and NFC championship game win and Super Bowl appearance. If you make a playoff run this season, now the expectation changes for the following season. It's all about growing. But the first step for my age group and for the rest of the fan base really is to just get one under your belt. And I think there's no better opportunity for it to be than this season. Especially with how the conference is, and especially with how our team is. Defensively, we're playing at an all-time high right now. We're just getting better. We're coming off of a bye week. Jaden Daniels and the offense seems to be healthy and rested. And we have 4 games left, and I know we still have to clinch a playoff, but we're not out of the woodworks yet. So I know I'm probably doing myself a disservice by talking about the stuff from a month and a half from now. But I just can't help myself but look ahead. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't. I know I should be laser locked focused on the Saints, but it's just, it seems too realistic to not bring up. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. But let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. Washington has an opportunity to do something for the first time in 20 years. Again, last time Washington won a playoff game, I was 1.5. I have no recollection of that game. I'm dying for some type of playoff success. Do it for me. Do it for my age group. Do it for the older fan base, and do it for the young pups that's coming up. That is literally going to be their whole childhood is going to be Jaden Daniels. Do it for the whole demographic. Don't matter which part you fall into. Do it for the Commanders fan base, please. Alrighty, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. Alrighty. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.